Ready for the manual?
Let's do this!
Welcome to the Unwritten Manual.
Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of The Unwritten Manual, the podcast where we dive into soft skills and corporate nuances that people don't learn in college. Today, we're discussing the art of building self-confidence, embracing your true self, and owning your power. I'm your host, Zinzi, and I'm V. Today, we're tackling one of my favorite topics, self-confidence. Now, I think it's safe to say that confidence is a muscle. The more we use it, the stronger it gets, right? Absolutely. It's like any other skill, really. You don't just wake up one day feeling confident. It's something you practice, sometimes daily. I think a lot of people underestimate the power of just showing up for themselves. Exactly. It's all about showing up. And I think there's a misconception about what confidence looks like. People often think it means being bold, loud, or extroverted. But that's not the full picture, is it? Not at all. Confidence can be quiet. It's more about the energy you project when you enter a room. It's not necessarily how loud your voice is. Some of the most confident people I know are introverts, and they exude power just by owning who they are. Yes, owning who you are is key. I always tell my clients that confidence starts from within. It's about being comfortable with your flaws, accepting your imperfections, and still showing up as your authentic self. That's a game changer. I think the issue a lot of us face is the constant pressure to look or act a certain way, especially with social media bombarding us with curated perfection. We start comparing ourselves to others and forget that confidence isn't about comparing, it's about embracing. Such a good point. Comparison is the confidence killer. We start looking at someone else's highlight reel and think, wow, I'm so far behind. But we never know the full story behind those perfect posts.
What people don't see is the work, the struggle, and the failures that come with success.
Confidence comes from knowing that your journey is yours. That's so true. And I think that's where self-compassion comes in. It's easy to be hard on yourself, especially when you fall short or don't meet your own expectations, but self-compassion allows us to pick ourselves back up without judgment. A lot of times we don't realize how much we beat ourselves up in our own minds. I couldn't agree more. Self-compassion is such an underrated tool. It's not about being soft on yourself or making excuses. It's about recognizing your humanness. You're allowed to make mistakes, feel insecure, or have moments of doubt, but you're also allowed to be kind to yourself when those things happen. Exactly. And self-compassion can fuel confidence. When you accept yourself in all your messiness, that's when you stop seeking validation from others. You start showing up for yourself, and that's powerful. Right. But we can't ignore the fear of failure that holds so many of us back. Fear of failure is often what keeps people from even trying to build confidence in the first place. Such an important point. The fear of failure is so ingrained in us. What people don't realize is that failure isn't the opposite of confidence. It's often the catalyst for it. When you try something and it doesn't go as planned, that's when you learn the most about yourself. And each time you get back up and try again, you're building your confidence brick by brick. Exactly. And here's the thing, we need to redefine failure. It's not the end, just a step in the process. And every failure comes with a lesson that strengthens your resilience and teaches you more about what you want and don't want. I love that. Reframing failure as growth rather than defeat is so liberating. It's like giving yourself permission to be imperfect. I think a big part of building lasting confidence, shifting that mindset, shifting from a fear-based perfectionist mindset to a growth mindset. Totally. And building confidence isn't a one-time thing. It's ongoing. It's like nurturing a relationship with yourself. Some days will be easier than others, and that's okay. Some days you might feel on top of the world. Other days you might need to give yourself more grace. Both are valid. Yes, both are so valid. And, a big part of it too is surrounding yourself with people who uplift you. I always say your vibe attracts your tribe. If you're hanging out with people who tear you down or constantly doubt you,
It's hard to feel confident. But when you're surrounded by people who believe in you
and celebrate your successes, big or small, it's easier to show up for yourself. The right circle is crucial, and sometimes you have to be brave enough to let go of toxic relationships that drain your energy. It's about creating space for people who see you, really see you, and who help you grow. Such a good point. And I think that's something that often gets overlooked. Building confidence, protecting your energy, and making sure you're not constantly giving away pieces of yourself to people or situations that don't deserve it. Exactly. And I think one of the best things we can do for ourselves is to celebrate the small wins. So often we get caught up in the big picture, the dream job, the big promotion, the massive milestone. Forget to acknowledge the small moments that get us there. Each step forward, no matter how small, is a victory. Yes, celebrate the progress, not just the destination. Confidence comes from recognizing and appreciating the effort you put in, not just the outcome. It's about the journey. And that's where the real magic happens, when we embrace the process of becoming, rather than focusing solely on the destination. Confidence isn't a one-time achievement. It's a lifelong practice of showing up, being kind to yourself, learning from failures, and celebrating progress. I love that. Confidence is a practice, not a destination. So, to wrap up today's conversation, I think the key takeaways are: be kind to yourself, embrace failure as growth. Surround yourself with supportive people and celebrate every little win along the way. Right, V? Absolutely. Confidence is a muscle. You have to work at it every single day, and it's okay. If some days are harder than others, just keep showing up for yourself. Remember, confidence doesn't look the same for everyone. Find your own rhythm and own it. You've got this, people. We believe in you. We do. And we'll be back next week to continue this journey with you. Thanks for listening to The Unwritten Manual, which is proudly brought to you by Sabotaging and Help a Clock. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. See you next time. Bye for now.